Hello, North Glen. This is Mayor Meredith Leighty, and I'm coming to you from my backyard on a beautiful spring day. I really hope you get outside today and sometime this week. I want to update you on things that are happening in our city and offer a few reminders of things that we need your help with. So first of all, today is April 27th, and the governor has moved from something called stay at home to safer at home as he begins to lift some of the restrictions. However, health departments across the metro area have said that we need to stay under the stay-at-home order through May 8th, and that does include North Glen. So North Glen, we are still under the stay-at-home order, which means exactly that. We'd like you to stay home. Unless you absolutely must leave, please try to stay home. If you go out for an essential service, please wear a mask every time. It's very important and it's very respectful of all of the people that you encounter. So wear a mask and try to stay home as much as possible. We also need to limit those family gatherings. I know over the weekend it was kind of exciting to have a family barbecue like normal. We can't do that. We need to limit our group size to between 4 and 10. 4 is more ideal. We need to stay 6 feet apart at all times. And if you're crossing households, you need to wear a mask. So, for example, I went for a walk with my sister. We walked very far apart and we both had a mask. Enabled us to get a little bit of that connection. Still couldn't give her a hug, which was really hard. So please make sure that you're following the guidelines, because the more people that participate, the sooner we can begin to lift some of these restrictions. So just, please help us out with that. We really appreciate it. A couple of quick reminders. The census is happening now. You can take that online. It's very important that we count every single person. Every person matters, but it also helps us secure adequate funding as we move into future years. So please do the census if you have a few minutes. We love that our residents are stepping out at 8 o'clock and howling or playing musical instruments or just giving a shout. It's a very community fun thing to do. I step outside and I hear howling from all corners of my neighborhood, and it just feels good to know we're not alone. However, we cannot be shooting off fireworks at 8 o'clock, and that is happening. So if you know that that's happening in your neighborhood, please call dispatch, because we need to know about that. Fireworks are not allowed, and as we head into summer months, they're not allowed as we get closer to 4th of July either. And what's really important to know is that our fine in the city of North Glen is now $1,000. We really don't want anyone to have to pay a fine that big at this time, especially. So please do the responsible thing and do not shoot off fireworks in our city. It's not allowed. We have been doing our best to increase the types and levels of communication with our residents. It's very important that you know that we hear you. We've hosted 3 telephone town halls so far, and we will have another one on May 6th. I encourage you to participate. These telephone town halls have been so interesting. Residents are calling in with important questions, and we are able to connect people with resources. And if we don't answer the question on the phone call, our city staff follows up, and we have a Q&A page on our website. But residents are asking really important questions and really giving us some things to think about. So I encourage you to participate on May 6th. We are also still doing our monthly newsletter, The Connection. I'm doing these really short little mayor videos to keep everyone up to date. And we are still hosting council meetings on Mondays. They're virtual, so we look a little bit like the Brady Bunch on the screen, but it's worth tuning in because we're covering those really important topics. Budget, what is our summer going to look like? How are we going to proceed as a community as we begin to lift those restrictions? It's all really important work, and our city council is coming to the table for our residents every week. And so I'm so proud of them and our city staff. We are working so hard for you. So, continue to join us on those Monday night meetings. Speaking of budget, we also want you to know that as a city, we are financially healthy. We had significant reserves set aside. The reserve dollars are for situations like this, and we are very fortunate that our city was so fiscally responsible up until now, and we will continue to be as we move forward. We have already made some discretionary cuts. If an item is not 100% a must-have, it has been put off till later, because we are all hopeful that this is going to turn around and we will have some financial flexibility in the future. Right now, we are very responsible with our dollars. We're paying for everything we need to pay for. We have not had to lay off or furlough employees, but we are paying attention. So please know that, but know that our situation is very different from cities around us. And so the story is not the same. So if you hear a story about another city that's having tough times, please know that we are in a financially healthy situation. But we really appreciate everyone's concern, because we have had some people call. One final plug is for our North Glen Hugs. If you've seen these signs out and about, it's a simple, free way to cheer up your neighbor. We ran out right away. It was a very popular program, but we've ordered new signs and we are ready to go. So go to our website and give us a call. All we need is the address, and we will swing by and give your neighbor a little virtual hug on a yard sign. Hopefully it'll cheer them up, and you can hold on to your yard sign, or you can keep it for a little bit and then share it with a neighbor. Pass it on. Share the joy, share the hug. So I want to thank all of our residents. Our city council and our city staff are working hard for you, but the real heroes are our first responders. We have so many healthcare workers that are residents of our city, and they are going to work and putting themselves on the front line every day, and we thank you for your work. We are so proud of our police department and our firefighters. They are also in the community working hard for you, and so we say thank you. Until next time, North Glen, we are standing together.